Next topic I want to get into, and this is one that took me years to do. Honestly, this topic took me years to do, and I think this is one of the reasons why we're needed in the space because no one else is doing this topic. There's too many
Talk about the draft
relationships.
7 years ago.
Yes, fam. Yes. Nobody brings it up as one of the worst drafts ever, but in reality, that's what it is. One of the most worst, overhyped, full of just deadbeats is the 2017 NBA draft. Now, normally throughout history, they say either one of those top two picks are going to hit. One might be a bust, but one is going to be a hit. Whether that's Darko Milicic and LeBron, whether
I
that's
think that's
this,
like 50% on those
right,
first two picks. Yeah.
right. Well, on those first two picks, more than likely, one of them is going to hit and one of them is going to fail. 2017 draft, both failed. Let's
Yeah.
start off with the first one. Markel Fultz. One of the most bizarre, weirdest buzz stories, pause, ever. The man forgot his jump shot. Like, I really don't think we understand what happened to him. I don't know if we'll ever know. He probably do a tell-all book one day and really explain, but those are different type of demons that got into him.
I mean, he had that a shooting coach and it like messed up his shot or something. I mean, I think that's like a very very unique case because it was a mental thing. Like he didn't go number one for on accident.
No,
Like he was in a smaller school and he balled out. Like he was a he looked awesome. He really did.
no,
It
he
was
really
that's
did.
such a weird. I mean, looking back at it of his full career, he's like a serviceable player in
Nah, for sure.
basketball.
He's a good role player, and I'm happy that he at least turned it around and was able to stay in the league and be a serviceable
And
player
get some money
because
too. He
the
got a little bit
worst
of
is when
money.
you just get kicked out the league and you're done for. That's the
Yeah.
worst. So the fact that he stayed in the league, I respect that and I'm happy for him. Let's go down to number two, Lonzo Ball. This is the part where I say nobody says it. Nobody calls Lonzo Ball a bust. But that's exactly what he is. That is exactly what he is. And this is coming from a huge Triple B supporter. LaMelo, Leangelo, Lonzo. I fuck with these boys. I've been on the bandwagon since the beginning. I fuck with the dad. I fuck with their whole story. But Lonzo Ball is a bust. Let's call it what it is. He was drafted number 2 overall by the LA Lakers home team, hometown. Coming off a UCLA show and coming off one of the most historic high school runs in Chino Hills that we've ever seen, winning the MVP of the Summer League. So everything was going up. As soon as he stepped foot on the NBA court, shit was mid. Shit
I
was
mean,
absolute mid.
if I'm taking the same approach I did with Fultz, like taking steps back, looking at the full career in total, he got paid, but yeah, he's if he doesn't because you think this is year 7 or 8 for him, what's the rest of his career? If he ends his career now, yeah, he's a bust.
Exactly. And just the fact that we just don't see him on the court anywhere. Not in a fucking workout, not in a fucking IG video, not in a TikTok. Just can't see that man on the court nowhere.
I don't
So
think also he's a very big like his brand, the ball, the triple B thing. Like I don't think that was ever him.
no. That was all
You could
pops.
tell he was like just going along with it.
He was more of a laid back dude. But
Yeah.
just
But his as his career, yeah, you're right.
to me, what is a bust is that there's a hype around you and you severely like underachieve that hype. I'm not saying that you have to meet it, but at least get halfway.
Hmm.
He wasn't even a third of the way. And yeah, he was a decent player, like good two-way player, true point guard, but he just can't go on the court no more. And I just wonder, could he ever give me over 15 points just once, please? Just once. Over 20, just once. And that's with having the green light some of those years in the Lakers, before they got Braun. That's what having the green light with Chicago and it still didn't get it done. I'm like, oh, there's no more excuses. First, it was Luke Walton. Then it was a system. Then it was an injury. So at this point, we're all out of excuses. Now we go to number 3. Things start looking up. That's Jason Tatum, future Hall of Famer. That's someone people need to put respect on because just because he hasn't won a chip, the man went to what, 5 straight Eastern Conference
He's gonna
Finals.
be an all time Celtic.
Soon as he stepped in the league, Eastern Conference Finals every year. Every year, he's him. Number 4, Josh Jackson.
Bust of the bus, bro. Shit.
Come on, fam. Come
Bust
on.
of the bus for real.
We go to number 5, De'Aaron Fox. I love Fox.
Hell yeah.
What
All
he
star.
does, all-star, team is successful.
He's like a fringe all NBA guy.
Exactly. I think he over exceeded, whatever hype it was. And there was a lot of hype, because he was great in college.
He was
You
my
go-
favorite coming into this draft. But
Yeah.
just because of his run in the Sweet 16, that's when I was like, I really
Yeah.
like this guy
When
a
he
lot.
had
When
like the fro blowout thing going on.
yeah, he had the Goku shit going on.
Yes, sir. The Vegeta joint. We
Yeah.
go to number 6, Jonathan Isaac, decent player. I'm not even
Decent.
on him, just decent player.
But he's also injury prone. He's
Very injury
been
prone.
been injury prone, but he's always been like very promisable. And also, he was the type of player when they drafted him, like he was not a good starting chip for another rebuild. He was
Yeah,
like a piece for a rebuild, so he was kind of put in an unfair predicament
for
to me.
sure. We go to number 7, Laurie Markkinen, baller.
Baller, yeah, he rough start in the beginning,
Yeah,
but him getting to Utah and them kind of like being, go for it because who he was with Chicago
he was
also
with Chicago. Yep.
for that year. I think marketing, he's going to be a sought after piece when he
No, I
hits the
like
open
Markkinen.
market.
I like Markkinen. Number 8, go to a big buzz. Pause. I remember Knicks fans was hype about this guy,
Frankie
Frank.
Nicotina,
Yes, sir. However you
Frankie
say that last
Smokes.
name. Yeah, I don't know where he at nowadays. You might catch him in an open gym at your local LA Fitness. Number 10, another bus, Dennis Smith Jr.
You were high on him, remember that?
I was super high on him
Love that guy.
coming out of NC State. Dude had crazy bunnies. Still does. Still does. He was cool with J. Cole. I was digging the whole brand of everything, but I don't know what happened to him.
Luca killed his career.
So did Kyrie.
So did Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm not talking about being on the same team, but he tried Kyrie in his rookie year, and Kyrie learned him quick.
Pharrell?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll send you the clip. Um, Zach Collins, Malik Monk. Actually, to me, the later picks are more impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say that.
got Luke Kennard, very solid pick. Donovan Mitchell, stud,
Yeah,
franchise
multi-time
player.
all-star, franchise player. Yep.
On 2 different franchises, he was the franchise player.
Yeah.
And then you got Big Bam,
Hell yeah, Bam Adebayo.
franchise
Shout out.
cornerstone. So,
Yep.
I'm not going to keep going down the list. You got other really good players in there, Jared Allen, OG, and Anobi. Shout out Kuzma. But definitely, to me, one of the more underwhelming drafts just because there was so much hype on that draft. Like, this was really supposed to be one of them. But just the fact that the first 2 failed so miserably, and I've never heard anyone else call Lonzo Ball a bust. You heard it on Hits and Hoops, official bust.
I mean, see, I think it's the other way. Like, I think it's actually a pretty good draft.
Overall, yeah.
I wouldn't say it was like I would say it's a bust of a draft because I would say there's at least 10 guys in the first round that got, good big contracts.
No, for
Not
sure.
not Tatum contracts, but big contracts. Even Jared Allen made 100 mil. OG has, he's made money and been a big asset.
Mhm.
Kuzma's, he's made over 100 mil in his career. Derek White, he's on a championship team, championship caliber team,
I see you,
and he's
Derek White.
he's one of their main pieces in that. I mean, even second round, what you don't is really a crapshoot in general, but Dylan Brooks, he just got paid. Monty Morris has been a good backup his whole career.
Yes, sir.
Even Thomas Bryant, shout out, he's a big coming off the bench. I don't
Yeah,
think
let
it's
me.
that bad, but you do also get a Hall of Famer in Tatum, possible Hall of Famer in De'Aaron Fox, possible Hall of Famer in Bam and Mitchell. I mean, looking forward down, yeah, but with those top two picks, terrible.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I think that's what did it for me. Like the first two picks just skewed everything and really overshadowed to me what, like you said, overall was a pretty good draft.
Overall, yeah. And one thing I was so wrong about this player, and I don't know why, but I thought he was going to be Draymond's replacement. Jordan Bell fell off the face of the earth.
Literally, literally. I thought he was good. He was high energy, but ever since he did that East Bay in the game when they
Mm-hmm.
were up like 20, shit went all downhill from there.
I just think they could have, he couldn't, like, he just had no capacity of scoring. So he just played himself out of the league. I think that's really what it was. Because he
Super
was,
athletic, super high energy, but just had no game.
yeah, he was just, yeah, opposite of Draymond, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.